These are the two lessons of life that this whole program is about. How to achieve and enjoy. That's extraordinary quality of life. And so part of what I'm committed to is not having you just experience achieving what you want, but loving it when you get it and loving the trip along the way. And how do you do that? It's learning how to appreciate along the way, not just waiting for that moment someday. Because the reason we've got goals anyway is not to get something. It's, going after a goal causes us to grow, right? It makes us become more if we're going to achieve it in most cases. And if you become more, you're going to be happy. And if you don't, if you cut the corners, if you give up, you're not going to be. So in essence, the art of fulfillment is how do I appreciate more of my life and how do I have more meaning? Invariably, that comes down to a sense of contribution, a sense that something I've done has mattered to someone besides me, that what I've done really has touched another soul, whether it be your children or a stranger, that life matters. And if I was going to give it to you in essence, what does it take for people to be happy? I'll tell you what it is. It's not just achievement, it's progress. Because achievement's for the moment. Think about it. Most people, they're so afraid of change, or they say, I don't want to listen to a program like that. I don't need to change anything. Why are you listening to that? Something wrong in your life? You want to listen to some program, change yourself? People are so scared of looking at their life or making it better, and almost as if to say that that's making their bad life look like it's been a mistake. I have a friend who was the head of CBS. He was the president of CBS at a time when that meant something. When the networks really ran the show, and he ran a company I took public. And he's an amazing man. And one day, Tony, I want to go to this Harvard extension course and just keep my education going. I said, well, that sounds fantastic. He did it. And a bunch of his friends who were top CEOs, and Fortune 500 companies, like, what's the matter with you? What, do you feel like you're losing it? Why are you going on this program? It's scary how most people's fear of uncertainty or that they're not enough keeps them from continuing to grow. And when growth is what makes you feel alive. We grow or we die. And you know the formula in life. This is not mine. Everything in the universe grows or it dies. Everything contributes or it's eliminated. Now, I don't know what brought you here initially, so I'm going to ask you to think about it right now. Did you come to this because, somebody pushed this on you? Yeah, your life sucks. You better listen to Tony Robbins. Let me get you motivated. Well, if you heard that, that person clearly has no clue what I really do. It's never been about motivation, but I think when people see, an audience, a seminar I'm working with, and, you got 3 or 4 or 10 or 12,000 people and they're jumping and celebrating in the state, it looks like a revival meeting. But if you saw a rock concert and you saw that, you go, that's cool. Or if you saw, it was an NBA championship game, you go, oh my God, turn the sound up. What is this? It's just because I believe education should be playful, passionate, fun, alive. I believe life needs to be celebrated, not just survived. And so what I do is I take people who would never do this stuff in a million years and show them what's possible. But the reason they're like that is not just because they're jumping up and down. It's because they have a sense of what they're after in life. They're making progress and they have meaning.